IPO activity so far in 2016 lags behind where it stood at this time last year, as volatile stock markets and fears of a global recession caused companies to delay their public debuts. But the Nasdaq is holding its own, welcoming 35 IPOs in the first half of the year. With me now at the Nasdaq market site in Times Square is Nelson Griggs, who is Executive Vice President of Listings Services. And Nelson, 35 IPOs in the first half of this year, down from about 76 at this time last year. A pretty respectable number given the wild market swings we've been seeing so far this year.
Yeah, we like our competitive positioning. We had the most IPOs of any global exchange this year, and that's 10 straight quarters in the U.S. of having the most new listings. That said, it was a slower first half of the year than expected. The second half looks a little stronger, then hopefully 2017 sets up to be a very strong year. And
what were some of the big IPOs this year, the highlights in your view?
Yeah, and the deal sizes were smaller as well too. So if you look at it, Acacia Communications is up over 80%, a Massachusetts-based technology company. On the biotech side, Editas was up almost 60%. So there's some of the names that got investors' attention.
And as we head into the second half, what's your outlook? How are things looking?
Well, there are going to be a handful of listings in the second half of July and also into early August. And I think how well those deals do will look towards a post-Labor Day run of deals also looking to get out. And we're optimistic that it'll be, again, a strong second half of the year.
Now, we talked about the quantity of deals, but how about the performance? Anything to say on the performance of the deals so far this year and how they're expected to do heading into the second half?
Yeah, it's obviously a lot of market dependencies right now, but I think the market has stabilized a bit after the wildness of Brexit last week. We have the VIX at a level around 15 or so, which is well below the 20 that is a benchmark for when companies can go and do well. So as long as the public company peers hold, there's a broad range of sectors that are going out, which is good, and we'll see, again, the market dependent will be, good. We'll see how the reaction is.
Yeah. Well, and how would you characterize the market right now, especially for companies sort of sitting on the sidelines, waiting to take off? We just had that Brexit vote, which is expected to bring about a whole other, spat of volatility.
Yeah. Well, I think with Brexit, there was obviously a very sharp reaction the first couple days, but then it really sunk in that this is going to be a multi-year process. It's going to take a long time to play out, which we really don't know what the ramifications are. There certainly are concerns about a global slowdown, but look at most IPOs that are going to go out in the U.S., it probably will not have a real big impact.
All right. Well, Nelson Griggs from the Nasdaq, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
At the Nasdaq market site in Times Square, I'm Scott Gamm for The Street.